Breaking news brought to you by the boys at Beat the Press, here live from the studio. We bring to you Crisis Talk. Erik Ten Hag has to go. Stay tuned for more.
Welcome back to Beat the Press. We're doing a special episode talking about Erik Ten Hag and Man United's woeful. Sorry again.
That's us gone. That's
No, I can bleep it. I
It
can
is
bleep
what
it.
it is, yo. Let's talk about United, man. Let's see what's happening with Erik Ten Hag, man.
It's time to go.
Time to bloody go. You know, Erik Ten Hag needs to get put in a spliff because
Yeah.
that's what needs to happen. Put in a blood clot spliff.
Hey, yo.
No.
If he's not a host, then he's going reckless.
Like, how many games do we need to say as United mandem that we're seeing is trash right now? There's no style of play that everyone man is getting onto.
Let's break it down. I'm going to talk about, I'm going to ask the question. First season, Erik Ten Hag. What did you, man, think?
First season,
Quality.
Exceptional.
I loved it.
Really?
I think it was an amazing season for us. First season as United manager, you get third and you get a trophy. We would have bit your hand off for that for about 3 seasons before that.
but
I
from,
think that was a solid
but
season.
from then on, you'd want to go to the next step. You want to go
You gotta
second,
progress, don't you?
first, whatever. But he's moved backwards. You get
And
it.
that's what we all expecting, were we, after that first season he's had.
But he's got the signings he wanted. You get it.
I was just about to talk about that.
3 transfer seasons he had. Yeah, he got the players he
I
wanted.
think it's 5 windows or 6
five,
windows.
5 or 6 windows. Yeah, he got 3 years at the club. Yeah, still, he's nothing changed.
He's regressed. Let's have it right.
Yeah,
he has
he's gone to
absolutely
worse football
regressed.
than what he started with. You get it.
I-
You know,
I think a lot of the times what we've done as United fans, me included, me being a big advocate of Ten Hag initially, is that we've lied to ourselves. Let's have it right.
Yeah.
Yeah, we thought last season, okay, you know what? The injuries, they played a big part on, United as a whole last season. And that's totally right. They did have a massive impact on our season, the injuries, but I think the scary thing is, and what fans are most onto him about, is that regardless of injuries and all of that, you still ain't seen no identity.
Bang
You've
on.
still not seen it.
Mm.
First season, you could argue, all right, you know what? We had this player and that player, Rashford, doing
We had
bits, and
the first
you
season,
know.
I'd say, is he's dealing with a few of the other managers' team players.
mm,
So he's had to come in. Yeah, he's probably signed Martinez,
Onana.
Ericsson,
Casemiro.
Onana. Casemiro probably wasn't even
Onana
his
wasn't
choice. No, Onana wasn't there. Sorry, De Gea was there, innit? But Casemiro probably wasn't his choice. He wanted De Jong, but he got dealt with.
You know what I liked about that first season, though, as well? He managed to get the best out of certain players, like Rashi. He managed to get the best out of him for that season.
Yeah, he
I'd
did,
say
he
that for a
did.
fact.
Did he though?
Nah,
The goals,
I wouldn't say
Yeah, but
so.
I think
Nah, I
that
think he did.
Rashford just being Rashford.
You reckon?
Yeah,
Yo,
because
you would
he went-
expect Rashford to bang 10 or more goals this season. You get 10, 15, or maybe 20
Abdi,
goals this season.
A question: if he's got the best out of Rashford, what's happened in the last?
That's the
seasons?
thing. That I can't comment on that one. Like,
That's why I think that Rashford, whole thing is just Rashford being Rashford, because he's done the same thing with Oli and Mourinho, where he's had Mourinho not so much, but Oli, he had like a second year blip or something, or I'm not even sure, man.
before lockdown.
You know what it is though?
Probably,
Yeah,
yeah,
before
Rashford.
lockdown.
He had his
Rashford-
back injury then.
He had that
Yeah,
one
shoulder
good season.
as
He
well.
got that 350k contract. And yeah, got
Call
money.
it a day.
Call it.
It's that curse, man. I don't know what it is. They get the bumper contract, and then they just start falling. And it seems like, again, though, like I said, I'd be a hypocrite if I was starting to sort of dig out individuals here, because I always said now, I can't blame the players anymore. But you see me, it works in levels for me.
Yeah.
Because Ten Hag selects all the players. The Rashfords, I'll start off with the players because that's what's on the pitch. 100%. You have to start off there. Yeah, because that's what you see week in, week out. You don't see the manager week in, week out on the pitch doing their thing, or, the hierarchy. Yeah. What I'm talking about is what we see on the pitch, right? So we start off on the pitch. We're seeing these players not perform. Again, I'm not going to say they're not trying. There's so many players in there that are trying. But I'd say Rashford was a massive one where I just absolutely despise what he was doing on the pitch. Decision making, shocking, whatever it was. He just looked like he was lacking confidence. But then it was Ten Hag selecting these players. So then you go that level up and then you say, Ten Hag, this is on you now. Yeah, correct me if I'm wrong.
No, 100.
Yeah,
But
but
then-
that's hand in hand with your first point about the players being on the pitch.
Yeah.
What I would say is the next level is the instructions they've been given.
Mm.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So
Right.
that's why. But who gives the
The-
instructions?
but-
It's Ten Hag.
Yeah, but I'm saying what they're doing on the pitch. Now, you look at it, second season, I was just going to say now, injuries played a massive part. And, we all gave him the benefit of the doubt. Still, to get an FA Cup trophy, finishing 8th was horrendous, but he's got a trophy consecutively in first and second year. Now, second year, you'd say, you know what, cut him a bit of slack because he can't play a certain type of way that he wants to play in it because man are injured. Martinez is out for the season. We don't have a DM. Casemiro's getting suspended every so often. Like it just wasn't clicking, and we didn't have no centre forward. Martial's been doing whatever, and Hoyland comes in, and he's just a young lad in it.
Yeah. No
Now-
service going into a minute.
Exactly. But now third season, also second season, we'll talk about bloody defense again. How many shots we conceded every single game, like things like that, boys. It's such a big talking point. And you think now third season, he's got his signings in. He's vetoed these signings and said, "I want this man."
550 million worth
And
of
they're
signings.
sitting on the bench in
Yeah.
sixth game of the season.
I-
Where you
I-
think there's
I
some
do wanna-
stability.
I do want to touch on a point in terms of how much influence the board has on terms of managers throughout the Premier League. If we had to look at like Pep and how much he influenced in terms of the board, but he's got the board's trust in that sense as well. So I think I was watching a video, they're saying that Erik Ten Hag is the second person they'd say after Pep Guardiola in terms of how influential in terms of his signings was at the same time. Because 550 million is a lot of money in terms of players to get your own players in.
You know the difference is, Abdi. Pep has a way of playing.
Yeah.
We all know it.
Yeah.
Now his board and his whoever makes those signings know exactly what he wants in a player,
That's it.
so they'll recruit that kind of player. Whereas you go to Ten Hag, it's like, oh, okay,
Just
how
give
are
me
you-
a DM. Just give me a
how are you
centre back.
playing? We don't know how you're playing.
Mm.
So they can't really recruit for
So who did we
his
get
system.
for-
Yeah,
Do
that's
you
it.
get what I'm saying?
Bang on.
So now he's signed Ugarte. Did he really want Ugarte? or
I
is
don't
that
think.
the club?
I don't think
No,
Ugarte was a
That's
his.
what I was
him-
just about to say now.
I would have kept McTominay, man. He's killing it for
I would have
Napoli.
Yeah,
kept McTominay,
He's
but
killing it for
Uh,
Napoli.
it's a sale in it.
I'm
That's
happy
the way that these men are looking at it. So I
I
don't know,
think-
boys.
I think what's a big problem there is that the players that we've signed this year, we're talking about players that we signed for Ten Hag. I don't think all of them were just like, oh, these players are just tailored for Ten Hag.
Yeah.
I think some of the players there, United seen potential in them, younger players, probably one or two of them didn't do well elsewhere. Just come to United, try and revitalize your career. That's the approach that it looks like they're going with.
For
No.
the viewers, which one of those players? Like who are the players?
Which
that-
one's the one that have
Yeah,
gone somewhere
yeah.
and not done well?
No, no,
Okay,
no,
yes.
no. I'm saying who have the club signed for a next potential manager. Rather
Okay,
than
so
just being
for
Ten
United, I'd say Mazraoui was definitely one.
Didn't-
For the
I'd say
future.
Mazraoui was not for the future,
Just for
but
the
for the
next
for the next manager, basically. Meaning it's not just for Ten Hag and this player is just gonna fail, right? I think Mazraoui was one. I think Ugarte is the other one. I think he was complete opposite. He's not a Ten Hag player at all.
Mhm.
I think that's a midfielder that you look at and you say, you know what, we've lost Fred and we've lost McTominay.
We haven't got
And
any
we
foresight.
always banter them, but there's no energy in that
Mm.
midfield now.
100.
Mm.
There's absolutely no energy. You've got an
Okay.
aging Casemiro, half-hearted Christian Eriksen. I keep saying it. You got Bruno, who's basically a striker, and you got a young lad in Kobe Mainu, who's
getting starved.
60, 70 minutes, week in, week out, is playing 60, 70 minutes, bro. He just looks like he's dying, bro. He's chasing
Too much
shadow.
pressure on him.
Even-
Well, I want to see youngsters like Dangor and all them.
Yeah,
man
yeah,
coming
Toby
in.
Collier,
Yeah, that's it.
but that's fine.
Another one
What-
is
what
Del-
now?
I think
Delete
Yeah,
as well.
Delete as well.
Ten
And
Hag.
Onana as well, probably.
I don't think
Yeah.
Delite's a Ten Hag sign.
He's not because the board came to him and said, "Do
Delete
you
as
want to
well.
Do you
find
want
Delete?"
Delete? Yeah.
So,
That's why I don't.
I don't know.
Even Xerxes, I don't know. Maybe he's for the next manager.
Yeah,
I think players like Xerxes again. He's another one where
Because everyone's
People
cooking
are
us
gonna
about
get
him.
onto
They keep
People are gonna
saying,
get
what's his
onto it.
best position?
yeah.
Mm.
Well, it's
You
a
know,
false
this
nine.
Xerxes, yeah, when he came on against Villa, he's trying these one touch passes, yeah, it wasn't
yeah, it's
working.
not working.
Yeah,
He needs to know when to hold the ball up and then when to pass. Yeah, he's just trying to play street football, yeah, it doesn't work.
I just think you need the right players around him for that. Bro.
You need,
I don't
yeah,
think Bruno's going to
You-
be someone
yeah.
who plays a little 1-2 with Xerxes and whatever.
you need
I
Hoyland
think
and Xerxes.
I think when Ahmad's on the pitch, Xerxes plays better.
yeah.
But Xerxes came on the pitch with Rashford and what's his name? Who was on the wing?
Anthony.
Anthony. So like they're not. Ahmad's the only one who's going to be on the same wavelength as
Mm.
Xerxes. I'd say that's when we see the best football. I think. But no, not when you're gonna see.
You know what's
the
mad
rest of
though?
them on the
In
pitch.
regards to the team selection and that, every week we comment on the chat, group chat, saying why is he going for this player? Why is he going for that player? You know, his subs don't make sense. His starting 11 don't make sense. It doesn't work. Like Porto, we're winning 2-0. Okay, that's obviously he's paying. Who did he play? Ericsson and who else is in there?
Eriksen, no, not Casemiro.
Casemiro.
Was he play
Casemiro started.
Yeah.
Nah, not.
Ugarte didn't play a minute.
All right.
Okay.
It was Casemiro, Ugarte, Casemiro, Ericsson, and Bruno.
You know what? 2-0 against Porto. Yeah, if we're a solid team, yeah, you know, I don't know what happened to the team, but they just
But
yeah,
bro, that's not something that's just happened this season.
it's happened all the time.
You know, we talked about it last season. Prime example, bro. We've conceded in Europe, especially the last, like, I don't know. There's like a
I think the last,
certain amount of time.
I think the last 4 away games we played,
know
we
exactly what
conceded 3
You know
more
what I'm
goals.
talking about, innit?
So in the last four European games,
Away games,
away games,
we conceded
we've
more
conceded.
than 3 goals.
We've conceded.
Yeah,
Not
but
only
it's not
that,
even that. It's in a
it's in
short
quick
time span.
succession. So, like, there was a stat where we conceded 2 goals in 10 minutes against Copenhagen, 2 goals in 5 minutes against Bayern Munich, 2 goals in 7 minutes against Galatasaray.
So
Now it's
what
2
does
goals.
that come down to,
It's
lads?
capitulation FC.
Yeah,
that's what it is.
What is it? What is it?
Concentration, I'd say, on the pitch. Like he took the centre halves off, didn't he? Afterwards.
No, that I'll tell you exactly what it is. That's game management.
Yeah, 100%.
Because
It has to.
that's you saying, all right, I've got the starting 11 okay. I've got it okay,
Mm.
right? The starting 11, what I go with is my typical 3-2
Yeah.
in Dallo and whoever the defensive midfielder is. This is how he plays. 3-2 the rest.
Yeah.
That's how he plays. And it's even then it's not a 2. It turns into a 3-1. Dallo floating, doing whatever.
Dallo
But-
floating strike, man.
and it's not
it's
even
second striker.
at points it's not even a 3-1, it's a 2-1 whatever, because Mazraoui's also going up.
Yeah.
So then you've started off, let's say you've started off brilliantly against Porto, you started off 2-0 now the instruction needs to change if the personnel ain't.
100%.
It's as simple as that. So now it's
They
Bruno,
got physical, didn't they?
Bruno, you come deeper now. Ericsson, come and collect the ball a little bit. Whoever the Hoyland,
Them man shouldn't even be on the pitch at 2-0 up. Do you get what I'm saying?
yeah, but
This is
2-0,
not- this is
we've
man
gone
management.
early. We've gone early at 2-0 up.
We lucky we got.
So not
fair
changing
enough, yeah.
personnel is understandable, but then to bottle it so quickly,
But this is what I was
it's just the
saying.
instruction needs to change after that. Why do you persist on doing it? It's game management.
It's even the captain as well. I blame main Bruno as well for performances, bro.
It's
Honestly,
shocking.
the
He's
team, yeah, they need to understand. Yeah, we're leading 2-0. Let's hold it together. Let's stand our ground, whatever it is. Yeah, hold our positions and that. Bruno
Well,
needs,
like,
this is where Bruno needs to come in and do captaincy. Tell players do this, do that.
Yeah.
He doesn't do that.
The thing is, isn't it? I can honestly say there's not enough leaders in that changing room right now.
No.
There's not enough
Had
leaders.
this issue for
And,
years.
and it's the experience as well. When Evans came in against Villa, he got that experience. Defending wise, he got that spot on.
Exactly.
But
And
the
you
rest
usher
of-
players around you
The
to
rest
do
of
what
the
you
team,
need.
they don't have that experience. Like you got Rashford, Garnacho on the wing and that. They ain't not very.
Rashford's
Rashford, he should understand more, but he's lazy in the game. He doesn't track back most of the time.
What I was wanting to say as well is, the goals we've conceded in the short time spans across Europe and whatnot. If you guys go back and look at them, right, they're very, very similar to how we concede.
All of them.
Oh yeah.
It's always across
Late run.
down
Is it?
the wings, right? And there's a cutback or there's a cross, and we can't deal with it.
You can't do it.
Mm.
Or we just
we-
fall asleep in defense and then
Yeah,
the
and it's
player's
like,
gone.
how do you concede the same flipping goal
Far
over
post
and
as
over
well.
again? Far
All the
post is-
goals are the same. There's a far
They're
post.
all the
It's a
same.
late run. It's the just the absolute stinker in the box. All
So
it's
do
all the same
you reckon
goal.
we can all say it's down to the training ground and back
Yes,
to the
yeah.
drawing
Yeah.
board?
Because most of those goals come from transitions. They're coming from the team picking up the ball, or we're giving the ball away stupidly, and it's boom down the wing, cut back, someone's there to tap it
Yeah.
in. Bro, I can just off the top of my head, I can just say even this year, Salah is just cut back, boom, passes it
I
to
think,
Thingy,
yeah,
whoever's Diaz is scoring a goal. It's the same type of goal every single bloody week.
Mm.
You know what's mad? Yeah, I haven't bought a membership since Ten Hag's come into.
Fair play to him. Man.
Mm.
Like every season, I get gassed. Oh yeah, we got Mazraoui getting deleted and that. 5 games in, it's like, oh yeah,
Yeah,
I
you
don't
know,
want to go watch these man
signings
play.
on-
Oh,
Shit,
boys,
I mean,
I think we should discuss then. Who we next getting in?
Oh, that's a great talking point.
Because might as well.
I really like,
Oh,
for
yeah,
me
you
personally,
go first.
if I had to pick, shall I pick 3 or
I'd say just go for your approach. What
Approach.
approach would you take? Your
if I'm the board
I
and
don't know.
I like
Your Ratcliffe, your
Hello?
whoever.
Okay, if I'm the board and we're all
And
basing it on
we've just drew to Villa
Yeah.
and he's drew to Porto. It's a big game. You're there to make the decision. What you doing?
Okay, so if it's up to board, we still go with the same game plan in terms of the players got signed for the club, not the manager. Then I would get somebody like either Tuchel or like an Inzaghi or something like that. Somebody that can work with these young players in that sense, because they've got proven records in terms of like getting results out of these players when it comes to the pitch.
So
I wouldn't want a Graham Potter or a Southgate in there as well at
Okay.
the same time.
So in that sense, you're looking for basically a immediate change.
Immediate change, yeah, bang on.
Yeah, I'd say that's
Yeah.
the more approach.
I was just going to ask you.
Yeah, fair enough.
What are you making that change today, yesterday, tomorrow?
I'm making that change right now. If I had a pen and paper right now, I'd be like, every time I'll sacked. See you later, alligator. Oh, that's it. Like at this time and moment, I think there's no excitement coming from our team. I want to see ball. The thing isn't it get in the league or get into a position here and stuff like that. I don't really care about that right now. I just care about them playing fluid, flowing football.
yeah.
Get me excited. Get me at the edge of my seat like United used to.
100%.
Then I'm game at the moment. Then we can think about everything else going forward in that.
Mm,
But right now, the atmosphere as a United fan, it's not the best.
I think you've hit the nail on the head with a reset. That's what we need ideally, is a reset in terms of scrap the league position for now, man. Like,
Yeah.
if we want to see consistency in the way we play.
Hang on.
it's
Same
the
starting
identity, man.
11,
There
yeah,
needs
a
to be
little bit of an
identity.
Yeah, Fatu, what you saying? Are you
You know what?
doing it today, yesterday?
Yeah, you need to sack Ten Hag ASAP.
Okay.
But I think you should give Ruud a chance.
Yeah.
Just till the end of the season or till whatever, yeah, before you get a manager in. Because bringing in a manager midway through the season is chaotic, I'll be honest.
But is it midway though, fam?
Okay, it's not midway, but
Because we can still salvage something here.
yeah, of course.
Because
of course.
we're in 3 competitions, but barring the Prem.
Look at Emery, Aston Villa. He came in at like a wrongful turning point, and then he switched
Yeah,
them up,
so
didn't they?
that's when it comes in
10
like
games,
is
yeah, I
as
think.
because Ruud he did it in the Holland League in it last season. He
Yeah.
smashed it there. Has he got the capability to take United away from the Ten Hag era? I'm not sure. Yeah,
But he's got United DNA, the same as
He's
Ole
got
Gunnar
United
Solskjaer.
DNA, but I feel like if you get Tuchel in, he's got that record. He's got that manager ability. He's got that player manager ability as well.
The one downside about Tuchel though is that he always gets into a problem with the board at some point through his career.
that,
That's the only downside about him. Everything else, quality.
I must say, I am growing a bit fond of the Tuchel idea, but it's not my first choice.
Haych,
Yeah.
let's go
Yeah.
for you then.
Right, for me, I'm getting rid of Ten Hag last week.
Yeah.
Yeah, before that game against Spurs, and then I'm getting in Ruud. I gotta agree with Fats on that. I'd say give it Ruud until there's someone that becomes available. For me, that manager that comes available, and you have to seriously talk to him, because I don't think you're gonna pull him out of his current job. But Nagelsmann for me.
That's the one.
Nagelsmann has to be the manager for me. I think him, Hansi Flick, those two.
Yeah, you
play
keep
some
mentioning
of
Hansi
the
Flick,
mo-
don't you?
Yeah, I love Hansi Flick,
Yeah.
honestly.
You got to think as well. Nagelsmann's still
But-
very, very young as well.
Yeah, Nagelsmann's so young.
But
He's
he's-
so young, and I know he's the German manager right now.
Why? How are you going to take him away from a job like
That's
that? Being a
it.
German national?
That's it. But the thing is, we're United, isn't it?
Yeah, it's true.
Would you
Well,
bring-
big in the Germany.
Would you bring Ali back?
That you must have go on to
Yeah.
him now. Then
Yeah.
that's-
I think him and Ruud can work together.
Tonight,
all is cool and gold in injury time. What a feeling, what a night.
Oh, what a light.
But realistically, yeah, under Ali, we played our best football. We've been banging in goals left, right, and centre with
Listen,
Ali.
it's not even best football. Okay, because certain men are gonna be like, the viewers are gonna be like, yo, these are dumb. The reason why I'm saying Ali, well, I'm not saying it now because it's a more of a sentimental thing for me, innit? Because since Sir Alex, watching United play, he's the manager who's got the most joy out of like everyone.
No, that's facts. I'll
Like,
agree with that.
You even know that, bro. Like we went to games like PSG,
Yeah.
like, and we were there. We lost 2-0,
I'd
but
beef,
bro,
I'd
we were
beef,
just
I'd
we
beef.
were we
Yeah.
were
You
vibing.
did have beef. Yeah.
Beef, right?
The whole world knows about that
We
beef
were
now as well.
vibing, bro. We went to Arsenal game. Like I remember so many
Yeah.
3-2, like not 3-2. I can't remember who it
I
was.
think you went to one of Rashford's games. One of Rashford's games.
1-0, but-
When Rashford's debut season 2016, I
Nah,
remember you went to a couple of Arsenal.
Yeah, that was Van Gaal. But even then, I'm just saying, Ollie, bro. Like, I remember just sitting in my Marge's yard now. We're watching games with my brothers and that. Bro, the vibes were just different up until that last thing, innit? Ronaldo ruined it. I gotta say, Ronaldo ruined it for me
Mm.
because I think Oli would have had a clear structure of who he wanted a DM.
I don't
he
think
wanted Declan
Ronaldo.
Rice.
I think
Yeah,
club
he wanted
ruined it.
Haaland.
Yeah, the club
you know?
ruined it.
Club
He
ruined
wanted
it, yeah.
Haaland. He wanted Declan Rice. I think if you get, they speak for
Kudos as
themselves.
well. I think at one point they wanted
Yeah, he
Kudos.
Wanted
Yeah,
Hakimi or something like that as well.
yeah, yeah.
bro. Like
Every
yeah,
manager comes out and
that's
says
that's
stuff
different.
like
innit?
that, though.
I'm saying
because
right now.
David Moyes wanted Tony Kroos and Fabregas
true,
boys
yeah.
go.
So
No, but
it's all too
that's
easy.
what everybody. I'm saying right now, from a realistic point of view, I'm giving it to Ruud until the end of the season.
Yeah, I was
That's the only
Yeah.
logical thing. And then even then, I'm unsure of where to go because Nagelsmann.
That's what I'd say. Just play it out, though, innit? Because right now, what you need to do in United right now, let's have it right, is get the feel back in United.
yes,
saying.
the
It
It
excitement,
needs to
happy.
be that.
coming to that. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
what if Ten Hag wins another cup?
Nah, bro.
Nah,
No,
it's just
'cause
delaying
that's
the
What if he wins the Europa
You
League
know
or
what that
something
feels
like
like?
that?
Imagine you're doing an operation on a human body and you put a band-aid over it, but the bigger problem is that fucking stab wound. Well, you can't just put a band-aid over the bigger issue and that.
You trophies, though, innit?
100.
Yeah, you
Fair-
That's what the band-aid is a
First-
trophy.
first League Cup.
On there and then the covers.
Look, every year he's upgrading.
Yeah,
League
shades
Cup,
is that.
FA Cup. What if he wins Europa League
Wait,
next season?
fuck that.
Then what?
Listen,
They're gonna trust in Ten Hag.
Nah, but
That's why I got United
Yeah.
going to Champions League.
Yeah, because if he wins Europa League, we're in Champions League. Who cares where we are in the league?
If we finish seventh, then it's just one place above where we finished last season.
And if we win Europa League,
Yeah.
give him another season.
No, but
Really, fam?
let me indulge you guys with the fact. Let me indulge you guys with the fact.
You know
I
what,
think,
yeah?
Alex Ferguson's second season or third season in finished 11th consecutively.
Yeah.
How many times? I know I hear that. I shouldn't been that off my back.
Again,
Of course not. But
Different times.
I know I hear it's different times and stuff like that at the same time because of the establishment and shit like that. But it's the same. Like, how much time does a manager need before we say scrap it? Does United have to finish what 10th, 11th, and then scrap the manager same season?
No.
You know what? Yeah, if they do keep Ten Hag and he wins the Europa League, win Champions League, get rid of him still. Because if their style of football doesn't change,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Spain,
you can have moments
because
where
a cup
just-
competition, bro. I remember saying it to these man. I said this to my uncle as well. United for the last 5-6
been a
years
cup team.
have been a cup team.
Mm.
I don't want that, bro. I want every week knowing. Look at how these Arsenal man must be feeling, bro. Every week knowing, you know what? It's these men at home will smoke them or whoever it is.
I think whoever comes in the tunnel against United now are just looking at them and saying, "Yo, we'll have these. We'll have these." They're
That's what
they're
I'm
just
saying.
looking at the players and
Everyone's
they're saying,
just
"Yo,
bossy, man.
okay." Yeah,
We
we'll
don't have
put
the
it
dog
on
in them anymore. I can say that for sure.
Didn't-
Yeah, they don't.
people used to come Old Trafford and shit themselves, man.
The game
Now-
was won in the tunnel, bro.
Yeah,
It's a cliche,
now they
still.
come be like, yo,
Boys,
let's
I
mess,
don't
let's
want to reminisce
let's
like
shit
that
on these
talk
boys.
about
innit?
United from back a day because we had it good in it. We had it too good, boys,
Mm.
and you know it is what it is right now. But we need to kick on and
Hala Madrid.
How long until the next Premier League? Another 30 years or what? Liverpool thing, innit?
Nah,
So
we're
far,
not- we're not-
if we make it to next year, then it'll be the same time as I'm gonna say at Sir Alex Ferguson, 26 years before he won a trophy as well. At the same
What,
time,
26 years?
26 years before Sir Alex Ferguson won the Premier League. So you know when he comes into the club and stuff like that, United as a club.
He's been at United for 26 years.
No, so he won the trophy in 1992, didn't he? Before that, 26 years ago, United won a Premier League or a league
so
trophy.
you think it's going to be 26 years?
No, I'm not saying that. Wait, no, I'm saying next year comes to the halfway point in terms of 13 years.
Oh,
Okay,
okay.
okay.
without,
That's because
Yeah.
I failed maths, but yeah.
yeah, that's what I was going into. My bad, didn't take so long.
That's
Nah,
fine.
You went the long
So
way.
we all
Yeah, I
agree on Ten Hag out, though, innit?
Yeah.
100%.
So I think
yeah.
it's time to go now,
Time to
boys.
go, I'll give it
Thank
to
you. You know what? One thing I won't do is say, "Yo, Ten Hag's a fraud" and all that, bro. I won't do all that, the ball fraud thing, because you know what? Yeah, come to think of it, in the last 10 years, he actually did give us those 2 moments, especially of actual joy, bro.
Mm.
Yeah.
For me, especially even little things like that win against Liverpool, Sancho dropped whatever, the win against City, beating Arsenal in our first game, Anthony scored on his debut. Little things like that it's whatever. They're not the greatest,
The
but
moments, like
they're
you said.
moments in it. But those
Mm.
cup wins as well, beating City in the cup, bro, that is a massive thing for me. Thank you and whatever, but it's time to
Time to
go.
go, innit?
It's as simple as that. The
100%.
moment
I
of-
wanna
He'll still
We need
do
to
good
see.
another job.
I just want to ask the viewers if they can drop in their comments to let us know who you want in charge.
Nah, don't do that. We don't want to hear you. No, the
Right,
whap
you-
is on
you
TikTok.
can-
Nah, don't listen to him, fam.
Nah,
don't
you
wanna
said it.
hear
You said it.
Yeah,
Don't do it,
yeah.
don't do it.
Nah, do it.
Nah, we don't want to see it.
I don't
It's
wanna
We
true.
want to hear
I
you.
don't want to hear none of these,
It's
man.
true. But yeah, I want to ask one last question. What are your expectations for United this season? But let's just say Ten Hag goes and you get Ruud for the rest of the season. What's your expectations, lads?
Get that football back, innit?
Yeah.
Get that
Okay,
good
Play
flowing
football.
football.
Like you said.
where are we finishing in the league table?
You have to aim for top 4, innit? Can't aim for anything less than that.
Okay, but
Even though it's gonna be very tough.
aiming's fine, but where are we finishing though?
Realistically, top 6.
Okay.
See, the thing is,
If-
I'm
if-
happy. I'm
if-
happy. Top 10 finish, but we're playing football again.
Nah, I wouldn't go for top 10.
Okay.
Play football again.
Nah,
So, oh yeah, 10th, but we're playing good football.
He needs to
Yeah.
become the
Nah,
host again.
we need to.
At the same time,
we
I
need
just
Europe.
want to see some football and that at the same time. So
Can't
like,
see anything with
I
them
get
shades.
what
yeah, I want to see them play football.
Yo,
I want to see them.
I get what you're saying, but if they're playing football, they shouldn't finish 10th.
Yeah, but okay then. So realistically speaking, if Erik Ten Hag stays now, where do you guys see?
I'm not saying Ten Hag staying because I don't see him staying.
No, but do you think Ruud's going to implement a system straight away for them to kick on and
Keep it.
stuff like
I
that, and then
think-
eventually get points on the board and stuff?
I
Because we're what?
Yo, my
14th
man
right
was telling Ten Hag to do
Yeah,
this
yeah, he
and
was
that.
telling him.
And he wasn't. Ten Hag wasn't having it, bro.
Rude's at the wheel, boys.
Well, he must have said to him, "Look, we can take these.
Yeah.
Telling ya.
Yeah, they're there for the taking." He's like, "Nah, but it's Villa. It's a point away. They're playing really good this season. Bro, go on,
He
win
needs
the
to take
game.
risk,
Yeah.
man. There's no risk.
I
with
don't.
Ten Hag
I
here.
would love to have known what was said there.
100%. It looked
Because
like
And Ruud was
feel
fed up
Ruud
and he's
was just
like, get it.
And I don't know if you man seen the reports before that, but it was like, oh, Ruud doesn't want to feel like he betrayed Ten Hag. Ten Hag feels like he's sort of undermined. These were the sort of reports. Obviously, you're gonna get that, and a lot of it's
But
bullshit.
he's your
But-
assistant. He's meant to give you these sort of
Yeah,
advice.
yeah,
Get it.
100%. And
If you're not willing to take advice from your coaches, why bring him in?
yeah,
that's
exactly.
the
I-
Dutchness in you, bro.
Yeah, I just think that based off the animation alone from
Yeah.
Ruud van Nistelrooy, he's much more animated than Ten Hag.
Yeah, bro. he's
Especially on the
touchline,
touchline. He's the one doing all that.
doing all-
He's getting yellow cards and all that. And I'm saying, you know what? Yeah, fair enough,
We
bro.
need
Just
that,
give
man.
it.
We need that
Ruud,
energy, man.
give
he does.
it
He
Ruud,
does have the
that's
Man United
my
fire in him.
striker,
He
bro.
does have the Man United
So
fire.
this is what I'm saying. If Ruud takes over now, you're saying you'll be happy. Were you happy? Not
I'm
saying-
not. No, I'm happy playing exciting football for now. Everything else comes after, doesn't it?
Fair
We
enough.
can
That's him,
establish
though.
that.
That's him, though.
Yeah,
That's
we can
it,
establish that.
First.
That's him.
Yeah, but
H.
I'm gonna say top 6 finish because again it's progression from last year.
Mm.
And then I want a good run at the Europa League. I want a really good run at the Europa League. Maybe even any of the cups, but Europa League mainly more than anything. And
Get
if
that
we can
Champions
go and
League.
flick and win it, go and win it.
I
But
can't lie. I want
you know what?
That's
We need
my
to.
expectation,
Yeah, we need to firstly get points on the board on that table because it's a league table, isn't it? With
Yes.
Europa as well now.
But even looking at that Europa League, like the teams and that in there, we on paper we should win
That's
that.
what I'm saying, bro.
but boys,
Spurs is probably the only other team in there, yeah. But realistically, any other team.
But we drew against the weakest team.
yeah,
We got in our fixtures. Like that doesn't make sense. We drew against the weakest team in our fixture list.
FT28.
Nah, SC Training a good team, you know.
Nah,
The weak, in terms of what we got, FC Porto, Rangers as well.
Yeah, but these games we should win in it. Porto obviously it was 50-50, you know, they're good score.
Yeah.
Taking a draw is a good result against Porto away.
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 But we
But-
got Fenerbahce away now against
Yeah.
Mourinho.
That's
Turkish crowd
That's what
on
I'm saying.
that.
Ruud needs to be in there before then.
Before that, yeah.
you know what? This is it now, boys. Ten Hag needs to go. And not only that, Ineos need to act correct. This is their chance now. This is their chance.
They need to listen to the fans more.
That's it. It's gone up to them now. I told you. It starts off on the pitch, then you look at the manager, then you look at everything above the manager. Because why haven't they sacked him yet?
Mm.
Yes, he shouldn't be starting such and such, but why haven't they dealt with him yet?
Yeah.
So that's on them now. They need to make the right decision.
Bang on.
They need to get rid of him and call it a day.
But I don't think they will. Personally, I don't think they will.
I think they will. I think they've done plenty of research and they wouldn't have been talking to managers
spoke-
post FA Cup final win and not done nothing about it. I personally, I think good things are to come for United.
Well, let's hope so.
Let's hope so.
Ineos, man.
I think he's gonna get sacked in December. I don't think he'll get sacked now. That's really
December
late
too
for
long.
these, that-
that-
By December, I don't think I'm going to be here with United, you know.
Where are you
I
gonna
don't
be?
think-
I think this is gonna happen. In
I'm in Spain. I'm in Spain now. Mentally, I'm
Hala
in Spain.
Madrid.
don't blame
Physically,
you.
I might be there, bro.
Bernabeu.
I'll be honest. I'm in Spain right now. I'm
Oh.
at the Bernabeu. I'm chilling, bro. I've
Oh,
got screens in my
What happened
stadium.
to your team on the weekday? Losing to Lille.
Let's not.
Oh, wow, Lille, innit? Did you see Vinny's goal before that?
Yeah.
Mhm.
You know what, Bellingham, yeah, what's it called, the limelight. It's gone off him, though, innit?
Nah, but he's
He's not
injury,
striking
innit?
normal, yeah. And
He's
he's
just
playing,
back
bro.
from injury. He was switching at Vinny and Mbappe
Oh yeah.
for not tracking back. Watch Jude come back, bro.
Fully.
Watch Jude
Yeah,
come back, bro.
I didn't realize he's injured. Yeah.
Yeah. Jude's
But
gonna come back,
he'll
boys.
come back.
I promise you. Jude's gonna come back, and Madrid are gonna do their thing. Smoke Liverpool at Anfield, inshallah.
Inshallah.
And then yeah, that's it. So
Well, yeah.
that's it.
I just want to say my expectation would be I want to win the Europa League, man, or even the League Cup in it. I want to win one of them two. FA Cup's going to be a hit and miss. I don't think we'll do it again, but I want to finish top 6, ideally.
Top 6.
That's it.
That's what
Yeah,
it feels like
that's
to be a
alright.
United fan.
It's alright, man.
Hala Madrid.
But yeah, let us know what you lot thinking it.
Well
Who's taking over? What's your expectations for the rest of the season? We got plenty more of episodes coming out like this. International break, we'll be doing some drafts and so on. So keep tuned, man. Keep tuned. You know what I mean?
In a bit.
Peace.
खत्म बाय बाय टाटा गुड बाय